Hello Capricorn, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your new moon in Virgo update, which is coming up on August 27 at 4:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You may want to check out what the timing is for you if you live in a different time zone, but other than that, I will go straight into the reading. So we are going to take a look at what's the meaning of this new moon for you. Then we're going to see what the challenges are, what kind of issues or insecurities, fears could be resurfacing at this time, what's going to be difficult to overcome. And finally, we'll get some guidance from the universe on what to do, what action to take during this time to make the most out of these energies. And yeah, we actually have a lot going on. Not just with new moon itself, which is pretty important one, and as it is a new moon in Virgo, so you know I talk a lot about the ordination events, and the new moon is all about setting intentions and starting something new, especially new habits, new traits, new viewpoints on something. When it comes to Virgo, it becomes more about the day-to-day life, your lifestyle, your health, your work-life balance, and specifics of it, right? Not like the big picture, but actually zooming into details. How do you implement, what you live by, the laws that you live by? So how do you implement that theory into your life, right? That's what Virgo is interested in. And of course, it's also important not to go too much into the extreme, as Virgo, in its negative interpretation, can go overboard and be overcritical, can be pedantic, and can be overthinking really, and trying to get something to be perfect before they can admit, yeah, this is good, this is complete, right? Yeah, so that's in a nutshell what's going on. But also apart from this, we have Mars square to new moon. And that brings in all kinds of challenges and triggers that we need to deal with. So Mars is going to be questioning. And because Mars is in Gemini, it's mostly going to be questioning, are you honest with yourself about what are you doing? What do you want to do with your life? And I don't mean, again, the larger picture. I mean, it's going to be more specific towards how you want to live it. Yeah, we have Mercury retrograde coming up in a couple of weeks, which is starting to play out its energies as well. So, a lot going on. So let's see. How is this new moon impacting Capricorn? Because you're an earth sign, and we also have, so the new moon is in the earth sign and the North Node is in the earth sign of Taurus. So hopefully this is generally a pleasant time for you, and, more on the side of being what you're used to, being more of your comfort zone. And we have Three of Wands here. I will pull some clarifiers, so let's keep going. Let's see what we have for the challenges that may come up. What could be challenging during this time? So basically it's time for you to, wow, 3 cards, to get, 4, 5, wow, it's a story here. This is a great time to get your ducks in a row and set some of those specific goals. Especially if lately you've been feeling your energy was feeling scattered or chaotic, this is a great time to get it back in order, in a good way, right? Without overdoing it. What is the advice from the universe? Okay, 3 cards. So I'll probably pull the clarify just for the first one, because I've got plenty of cards here to work with. Let's clarify Three of Wands. Okay. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this is the meaning, the positive impact on your life. And what I see here is this is giving you more freedom to... it's kind of like you have an ability to... So for me, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who's been fringy with resources, somebody who's, again, you know, like that Virgo in the negative, because it's the earth sign, so it makes sense. Kind of overthinking or being too judgmental of people, not wanting to share of themselves, things like that. So this is for you to, this is the time where you can release any of those fears, any of those patterns that you might have gotten from previous relationships, from the way you've been brought up, right? Maybe that's something that your parents used to be doing, and that's why for you it's like ground zero, it's like your default state, right? This is looking up to the sky for, like, you see the person is looking up to the bird to get that feel of freedom, to get inspired and to set intention, right? Like, I want to be out there in the sky, this is beautiful, right? So setting yourself free. And I would say, because Capricorn is an earth sign as well, that to me makes sense, because I'm an earth sign too, and I know what I'm talking about when I say that, yeah, like, you know, we don't like too much to get out of our comfort zone, right? Like Sheldon was saying in the Big Bang Theory, it's called a comfort zone for a reason. Why would I want to do that? We are fine where we are. And sometimes we need these energies that are coming up, in this case, you know, astrological events, to give us that extra nudge, extra push to expand, right? So it's not coming from a place of like to make you feel bad or to get you stressful or whatever. It's to give you wings so you can do more, be more, and see that there is so much more out there than what you already have in front of you in your comfort zone. What could be the challenge at this time? A lot of cards. We have the Star, Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Six of Swords. Give me a sec. Yeah, so it's interesting. We have all of the elements here plus the star, and that's immediately what I'm noticing here. And what I'm getting is that you could be underestimating yourself during this time, or you may have these cards are actually all pretty great. You may feel like you may feel like it's just too much for you to dream about at this time. Like, it's too much to take on, right? And you may want to quit before you actually get to your goal, to your happy place, to your success. So be careful with that. Exercise self-love, exercise having a kind and loving approach to what you do and to people around you, right? So when you build your boundaries, you don't have to be defensive about it, right? You can be open to people, but also keep your own space and know what you're worth of. Yeah, if you have to start somewhere from scratch and building your abundance, starting a new project, moving to a new place, maybe completely revisiting your time management, just know that, again, that's how you expand, right? And that's the usual cycle of things. We complete one cycle, we start a new cycle from scratch. We become masters in one area, we get to be students in another area. So it's a natural cycle of life, and it's beautiful in its own way, so enjoy it. And know that you are being protected by your guides and by people who love you. You're not alone. There's always somebody who can guide you, who can drive the vessel, who can be by your side if you're feeling weak in the moment. You just have to ask, or first of all, to remind yourself that you're not doing it alone. And the dream, overall dream, is totally worth it. I love the star card in this deck because to me it looks very cosmic. Almost like this is like an Egyptian outfit, but to me it feels like it's an alien, like it's a different civilization. It's awesome. And finally, the advice is the Hierophant, Ten of Swords, and Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so again, the Hierophant is also the earth energy, but what I'm getting here is you're asked to be wise about how you communicate and how you treat yourself and other people. Have that wisdom of a parent, of a responsible but loving parent towards yourself. Like, actually zoom out, step outside of yourself and see what do you actually need. Do you need some comfort because you've been in pain? or you've been exhausted for a long time and you cannot go on like that anymore. Imagine if you're looking at your child and it's you. Would you want that for them? What would you do in this moment? And don't try to juggle too many things at a time. That is almost directly against the natural laws of how things develop and how we should be approaching things. So make sure that if you're doing it, at least you're enjoying the process. Because in this deck, I'm actually seeing it as kind of like a juggling game for this guy. Looks a little bit like a joker or an elf or something, like a performer, you know. So if you're enjoying it, if it's actually thrilling, exciting, you know, it brings you joy, then go for it by all means. But if it's not the case and you feel obliged to do that to somebody else, to a public opinion, maybe even to yourself, then revisit that. Go back into your being a responsible and loving parent. Okay, I think this is gonna be it for now. Thank you so much for joining me today, Capricorn. I love you all, guys, and I'll actually be back with more readings very soon because September is coming up and I'm gonna be uploading tarot predictions for career and love life for September. So watch out for that in the coming days. Love you.